This is the Heart of LAFC podcast, episode 113.
The City of Angels is black and gold. You are listening to the Heart of LAFC podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Jerry Jimenez and Josef Zacher.
What is up? Welcome to the Heart of LAFC podcast. My name is Jerry Jimenez, your host, your friend, your insider into the Los Angeles Football Club. Thank you for joining Joseph and I for episode 113, Record Breakers. That's what we're calling this one. And this is the Heart of LAFC. Mr. Josef Zacher, how are you, sir? What's going on with you?
Good evening to you, sir. I'm feeling good. Feeling real good.
I know. Same here, man. We have a lot of stuff to go over today, but we're gonna make it quick because we're both a little bit under the weather, actually. Probably
a little bit.
Partially due to 3 beer showers that occurred on Sunday. I know, at least me. Maybe I'll speak for myself. You had your kids with you, so you couldn't really do the beer shower thing. But
dude, I was on front row. I was down there.
Yeah, I do appreciate you sharing a beer with me. By the way, it was great to see you. It has been a little while, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What's up, everybody in the chat room right now that's joining us? I see y'all. I see that you guys got here early. I appreciate
our growing
you.
Family. You guys are amazing.
Yes, we appreciate all of you. We are ready, man. This episode is going to cover the last game of the regular season, 2019. Which, by the way, congratulations. We did it. We made it through another season. We are now in the playoffs. And we will be talking about that as well. We're also going to be talking about a little Dio. We're going to be talking about a little Zimmerman, a little bit Chicky, a little Brian, a little Fito, a little Mark Anthony K, a little bit of everything. Might even throw in some retiring players in there too that we need to shout out real quick. Oh man, what do you say? What do you say we just get into this, man? What do you think?
Let's do it.
Right.
I'm ready.
Here we go. The Los Angeles Football Club ended its regular season by defeating the Colorado Rapids 3-1 on Sunday afternoon at Bank of California Stadium. With the victory, LAFC broke the all-time single-season points record, finishing the 2019 regular season with 72 points. That is a record of 21 wins, 4 losses, and 9 ties. Only 4 losses on the season.
Insane.
With the hat trick in the season finale, my captain, your captain, everyone's captain, forward Carlos Vela surpasses Josef Martinez for the most goals in 1 year, finishing the regular season with a record best 34 goals. 34 goals. Dude, he tied 31 the last game. We're thinking, as long as he gets the 1 goal, right? As long as he gets 1. Nah, he said, I'm going to do you not 1 better, but 2 better. And then went ahead and did a hat trick. The club also tied the all-time single-season goals record, which was 85, and finished the best goal differential in league history with plus 48. I remember, Joseph, there was a point in this season where I said, man, that number 25 plus 25 goal differential looks really clean right now, and I hope we can keep this the entire season.
Kind of smashed that one.
I didn't know we were gonna double that one.
That's a
good problem to have.
Like a video game.
Jeez, it's FIFA over here. Vela scored his first on the afternoon, moments before the half-hour mark, with a left-footed strike from 25 yards out, past an outstretched Tim Howard. He tried, man. Tim tried. 3 minutes later, the Golden Boot winner would score a stunning bicycle kick to double the team's lead. I mean, they're calling it a bicycle kick. I would call it more of like a scissor kick.
Yeah, I just know it's beautiful. That's
beautiful.
all that matters.
It was. In the 40th minute, the Rapids got on the scoreboard. For whatever reason, we cannot keep a clean score sheet, but that's fine.
That's Key Kamara, man. It is who it is.
Man, and honestly, when that went in, I couldn't even tell. I just realized that they took the ball back to the center of the pitch, and I'm like, wait, did they just score?
It was a bang play. It is, it was a good finish. You can't really slot it anywhere else in that kind of play. So, hey, he beat us. That's it.
Yeah.
Just got to keep moving. Yeah.
After the interval, Villa capped off a historic season with a tap-in goal off a cross by Tristan Blackman. By the way, 2 assists by Tristan Blackman on the night. The boy is coming on
Oh
just
my.
an incredible season. Just he's amazing. Just I can't say enough good things about Tristan Blackman. And the fact that we were there, Joseph, when he came, we brought him into the team, and I don't think there's no doubt in my mind that this man was going to be a fantastic player for us. I felt it the moment he held up that scarf that said,
That was
"There's
style
only
right
one
there.
team in LA." Remember that?
Oh, the look on Garber's face.
Oh,
That was the best.
maybe someday
That was the best.
we'll go back to that story later on, maybe.
Yeah.
LAFC has a bye during round 1 of the Audi 2019 MLS Cup playoffs, and next host the winner of Minnesota United and LA Galaxy. We'll leave a little bit more of that and we'll talk about it here in just a sec. But here's the important part. Carlos Vela, once again, was voted Major League Soccer Player of the Week for the 31st and final week of the 2019 MLS season. This is Vela's 6th Player of the Week this season, and they tied for the most in MLS history in 1 year. Another
records.
Another record we weren't even considering at that point. Previously winning the award for his performances in the 2nd week, the 5th week, the 18th, the 25th, and the 30th week. Now the 31st. Oh man, Joseph, what a way to end the season, man! The regular season, great stuff. I can only think of one better way of really ending the year. That's with the cup.
Yeah, the second season.
Yeah.
One doesn't really equate to the other. The style of play is going to change for everybody. It's going to be a different animal. But in this case, let's enjoy what happened. We are watching, honestly, the best team in league history. That's simple.
Yeah.
League history.
Absolutely.
Didn't say MLS Cup. Said league history. No one's ever done anything like it. If you look back at, 98, the record we tied with the Galaxy, you got to remember those were days where shootouts were required, countdown clocks, limited amount of teams. That was an expansion year, 1998. Hey, who won the MLS Cup that year? Oh, yeah, Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. This team has the potential. If they follow through and get it all the way through, there's no team close. No team close. They are on the edge of history. They're already making history, but if we can seal this deal, it's going to be a long time till you see another team do what this team did. Really, what they did is not normal, guys. It's not. It's so over the top. Again, you're breaking records from 98. That was the second season of the entire league. Or third, right? Well, 96, 97. Yeah, 98.
Third.
Third season. That's stuff that's not supposed to get broken, especially the way the league was structured back then. So it's bizarre to see what we're doing. It's amazing. We're spoiled to be in this situation, to know that we could have had even more records and been even higher if we didn't have that little bit of a mini slump. It's nuts to see where we're at. We kind of did that. We eased into these records at the last few weeks of the season. That's how amazing our year has been. So enjoy it for what it is, but that's done now, and it's time to move forward into the playoffs and get into playoff mode. So
got to do it.
Hats off to everybody. John Thorrington, dude, you've built something amazing. Tom Penn, the ownership, all of you guys being the risk takers. Glory goes to the risk takers, right? They took a chance.
Yeah.
And we're here. We're here.
We are. So let's jump into some stats, because I think this is, actually, let's start with the lineup first and foremost, because we did see some changes. Something that I definitely enjoyed right off the bat when I saw this formation was Blackman again starting. I think, with the defenders that we've had in the back, the fact that Blackman is now slowly but surely becoming, a presence back there, along with Zimmerman and Segura, and at least in the last few games, is good. I think it's great to watch this, to see this. Obviously, Miller at goal. We had Blackman in the right, Zimmerman, Segura in the middle, Harvey on the left. And then up front, another interesting thing. I know the previous game, if I'm not mistaken here, Lee Wynn started. So in this one, we had Blessing start there on the left, Atuesta in the middle, and Mark Anthony Kaye on the right. And then the three that are now slowly but surely looking fantastic. By the way, I don't know when or how it happened, but apparently Brian Rodriguez switched with Blackman at one point and was making passes to Vela. Like, what was going on over there?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Rossi
Right?
on the left, Vela in the middle, Brian Rodriguez on the right. Actually, Vela kind of looking good there in the middle, but we know that this kind of formation doesn't really stick. It doesn't stay. They move around. They switch sides. There's a lot that goes on during a game that all of a sudden you're like, I honestly, that third goal, I didn't realize it was Blackman. I thought it was Brian Rodriguez. And I hadn't realized that he
flying
was
down the line like that.
I didn't realize that he was out of the game at that point because I wasn't really keeping track because I was in the north end. I was too busy losing my voice, and as you can tell,
Getting heat stroke,
still coming back. Yes, that too. Wow, it was a hot day.
They ran out of water. They ran out of water.
Kudos to everybody that survived.
Kudos to Apple Pay for the dollar drinks. I gotta say that came in clutch.
What? Wait,
You didn't know about
is
that?
No, is that a thing?
It was a thing. If you had Apple Pay, your souvenir soda was $1.
Oh, that's kind of
Yeah,
cool.
that was a
Oh, I didn't hear
lifesaver right
that.
there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, there you go. Do you want to jump into some stats?
Yeah.
Some stats that don't matter, but they kind
All right, I'm gonna jump on Blackman first because again, I want to give him some props too. Kid had 2 assists. He actually had a shot in the game. 90% passing, 59 total passes. He was so active on his side of the field, and then after Walker gets injured, he takes on the middle and holds his own in the middle. Again, did we ever think he was going to be this versatile, or how Bob was going to put so much trust into a young kid? This is amazing. This is amazing. He went from playing at a relatively unknown university in terms of being a soccer like production.
Yeah.
He was a project player that Bob brought in. He was a late pick for us. Wasn't our first choice, right? And came in as a project, and now he's become a part of the basically semi-starting lineup.
Oh, yeah.
He's interchangeable at this point. If we have a shortage on the right, he'll be there. If we have a shortage in the middle, he'll be there. Arguably, he might even be our starting right back by playoff time.
I was gonna
We don't
say,
know, but it could happen.
Hey, what? How do you feel about this one, Joseph? Blackman on the right, Zimmerman, Segura, and Palacios on the left.
Completely confident.
Yes, same here.
I'll be
Which
honest.
is weird because we've never seen that. I don't think we've seen that. Was that Blackman? That Blackman didn't start when Chicky started, did he? No, we
No.
had Beta back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like how Blackman picks his spots, and his ability to recover is on point. He's reading it really well. There's a comfort level there that he has. He doesn't look like a second-year professional.
No.
He doesn't. He's found his way with this team. He's fitting into the system, and we're just lucky that it's worked out the way it has. Because usually a player that comes into the league in the round that he came into, it's a roster filler. It's not somebody that becomes a part of the lineup, to be honest. And he's proven himself.
Well, I mean, the time that we had, that I had to talk to him, and then you also kind of meeting him, and especially at like the first, like drum circles that you guys had at the parking lot and all that stuff at the bank. When we met him in Philadelphia, when he came in from the draft, and I had a little bit of a moment with him and with Moutinho, both of them just seemed super hungry. However, there was a certain, and I'll be, I love Joao Moutinho. He's a great, great kid, but there was a certain level of what's the word? Just he seemed like he was much more serious, Blackman, I mean, and he seemed like he was more of an adult. Like he had that mentality of, I'm now that I'm in, I'm not gonna lose my spot. I'm gonna win a spot. I'm gonna do everything possible to make sure that I listen to what the coach says and that I'm a part of this squad at the end of the day. And you could see it, like there's a maturity. That's the word I'm looking for. There was a maturity level that Blackman has that is very much of somebody, twice his age. You gotta remember,
team player.
Blackman
All the way.
Blackman is very, very young, and he seems to have caught on to what Bob Bradley wants from him, and everything that Bob Bradley has asked him to do, he's been doing it, and so he's earning the spot, and you can see it now. He's come into himself. He looks great, man. He's all over the field. He's not just in the back, which is exactly what Bob Bradley wants, and we've seen this over and over. So, I think very high praises for Blackman. But how about the rest of these guys, man? What are you thinking here? I was very impressed all the way around. I think even Mark Anthony Kaye had a better game than he's had.
Fantastic match. Kay did what he had to do. He had to do the grinder work, and he did it. He took the dirty work out there.
Yeah.
Blessing was all over the place. Atuesta, 92% passing, 83 total passes on the day. The guy that always, every time surprises me when he shouldn't is Segura. I mean, again, he was the anchor back there. And distribution, he's got, 73 passes, 91% passing, 5 clearances.
Oh.
So outsized by Kamara, but still could put in the physicality and do what he had to do against him. To me, he's Mr. Steady, right? He does what he has to do back there. He had a few off points in August, but he's back to doing what he does best. Mm-hmm. Same with Atuesta. Those guys are they hold our middle. They really do. So I'm beyond happy to see where they're at. But those are really the big guys to me. Vela, Atuesta, Blackman, Segura. Yeah. Really stood out on the day, of course. You can't say much more about a hat trick. But yeah, it was a good day altogether. Only one thing that really scared the hell out of me, and that was Zimmerman. And being in the front row, it happened right in front of me. Hearing that sound, seeing the blood pour before it even hit the ground, and then slamming into the ground as well. It was ugly. It was as ugly as it can get. Thankfully, he kind of sprung back. Consciousness came back super quick. Extremities were moving right away, so you knew it wasn't, spinal cord or anything like that. But clearly concussed. I mean, there's no question. And the injuries look pretty rough in the moment. I know he's not going to the national team for this run because of it. I'm just hoping and praying that there's no post-concussion syndrome or anything like that, and we didn't get him back for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And ultimately that he's healthy. That's ultimately it is that he fully recovers from this and he's not lingering or anything like that, or having any lingering issues with it, that he can come back from this. I guarantee there's got to be stitches because there was a lot of blood.
Yeah, some people actually here in the chat room are saying that he lost a tooth in that. So.
Not surprised at all. I'm kind of surprised Kamara got back up the way he got up. It hurt him too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. Luckily, he did. He actually tweeted. Walker Zimmerman tweeted that same night on the 6th, and he said, "Thank you everyone for your thoughts and prayers. Feeling okay. So happy to be a part of this LAFC family and a part of history." And then he hashtag 72. So yeah, that's good to see. But yeah, he's definitely going to be out, and we'll talk about that in just a bit, because we're going to be actually seeing a few people go out on international duty. Does it affect us? Not really. Actually, it's probably good, especially if they're going to be playing, because they're going to keep busy. But there's a few things coming up. I saw that there's like some open practices they're going to be having, and other things like that. So it's kind of cool that some of our guys will have gotten that call up. I actually saw that some of them already took off apparently, or they went on a vacation or something. I saw a couple of Uruguayan players taking off on an airplane. So, but as far as stats, so we're looking at possession, right? And you haven't really kind of gone over that, but dude, look at those numbers.
Yeah, 64 to 36% on possession.
Yeah.
Accurate passes with 546 to 261. Accuracy was 88 to 79. Chances created 14 to 8. Shots 15 to 10. Of course, our one issue, shots on goal 5 to 5. I don't know. Corners 8-8. Offsides 5 to 1. Shots in the box, they had 8. We had 5. Shots outside the box 10 to 2 for us. So we're actually opening up more on that. 3 to 1 on yellows against us. 19 out of 32 on the dribble. At least that's what stood out to me. To me, it just looked like a wide open run out game.
Yeah. You know,
And they couldn't match us on possession, but they could definitely counter us. And so it was a little bit of off to the races at times.
yeah.
Because of how aggressively we were playing this game. And honestly, I think Vela played with anger in this match. So I think there was, there's some stuff to put up on the locker room wall that was said this week by certain idiots in this world. And he decided to handle it.
The gentleman from ESPN that decided to tweet some stuff about how he's not like that he just wants comfort. Is that what you're talking about? Did you see that?
That's horse shit. Sorry, but I'm going to say that.
No, absolutely.
That's somebody looking for a headline trying to get his name in there, which I don't even think we should mention his name because he's not worth it.
No, I'm not going to. And I saw that and I was like, I'm not even going to respond. I saw a lot of Black and Gold family actually responding to it. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, there's really no point. This is he gets paid to, push buttons. That's all it is. Pretty much.
Clickbait.
Pretty much.
Yep.
One of the interesting things, actually, Joseph, is you were talking about the shots and all that. We had 6 blocked. They only had 2. So Tim Howard.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, Howard played fine.
It's their defense. It was their defense that didn't play all that great. There was a lot of open space. They fell for a lot of those tricks. Those LAFC tricks of hey, open up that space. They followed where they needed to go, and sure enough, gave Vela enough room to score a hat trick. So
top rate, yeah. That second goal, I'm not gonna lie, I lost my mind a little bit, and I did take a shoe off, of course, and oh gosh, well, I know, the first one too, Mr. Automatic, right, with the rifle there, made it look easy. Makes it, I don't know how he does it, but he makes it look so darn easy. And to me, the second goal was like, well, he hasn't really done anything like that until that match. To me, that's a different dynamic that we normally don't see. The scissor?
I feel like we've seen him. We've seen him pretty much do every single type of goal that you can think of this season. Walking it in, going through defenders. Like,
how many things can you do with your left foot?
Assert and Messi, putting in pretty much every single corner. We've seen him, off of free kicks, off of.
Funky angles. No space.
Headers. I think he even scored with his head once. Man. Well, I mean, it was a total of 34 goals, so I'm pretty sure,
I've never seen anything like it in this league. Obviously. But, dude, it's just beautiful to see him have so much passion and see his reaction. To see his reactions when he won the Supporters Shield. To see his reaction when the crew gave him the spray-painted boot.
That was hilarious. They posted a picture with
done,
the
boys.
spray painted. In case you guys didn't catch that, there on social media, that was hilarious. And then the shoe itself wasn't even tied properly. Like the shoelaces were
painted properly.
I think the Photoshop department did a great job though. Came in and fixed it a little bit, but
hey guys, it was amazing. It was so North End, wasn't it?
Yeah. By the way, we're not talking about Zlatan. The people that are in the chat think that when we're talking about people talking about Vela, it wasn't Zlatan. That's not who we're talking about.
Who cares about him?
Yeah.
Don't play like a pig. Maybe you'll still be in the race.
Exactly. There you go. But, man, listen. Another thing we need to talk about, which we brought up the last show, for those of you that missed it or didn't get to check it out, up to this point, before the game, Carlos Vela had not scored any goals on Tim Howard, not even national team play.
Benjamin. Thank you, sir.
None. Guess what? He put 3 on him. In the last game of his career. He made up for the entire career not scoring on Tim Howard. So there you go.
Yeah, I feel a little bad for Tim. Not so much bad, though, but I felt a little bad. He's had an amazing career, but it was our day.
Yeah, no one was going to take that day away from us. Man, honestly, though, I went into this feeling very, very worried and not confident whatsoever, especially pulling up into, in the stadium. It was just like, oh, man, This is it. And so guess what? I'm not washing my shirt. I'm wearing it the entire playoffs. It's it was just not a comforting feeling walking into the stadium. And then the first one went in, and it was like, all right, we're good.
Oh yeah, that was just all weight off
We're
my
good.
chest. Yeah, agreed. I even changed out my hat, dude. I was
Did you
getting all
really?
crazy. I was getting all crazy superstitious, man.
No.
So I was like, change everything. Change everything. You got to get into playoff mode now. So,
So let's talk about a little bit about obviously we've been saying this entire time, and the club is saying we're chasing history and trying to beat all these records. And this show, episode 113, is called Record Breakers for a reason. We broke a number of records in one game. Best goal differential, 48. Like, no, we were looking at that number. It's like, there's no way that this is that we're gonna be able to hit this. But guess what? We did. Best goal differential with plus 48. Quickest team to clinch a playoff spot. It took us 25 matches. That one was before this game, but most goals scored. We tied it at 85 goals. We were all like, come on, one more goal, and we beat this record too, but we did tie it. Also, we have fewest losses in a season, which is also tied with 4 losses. And these are records that we hadn't really discussed, along with all of the records that Carlos Vela broke, which is 34 goals, 3 on top of what Josef Martinez did, right? And literally, if you guys don't remember that entire time, it was like, Josef Martinez, there's no way no one will ever even get close to this. How can anyone score 31 goals in one season? And guess what? Vela had 1 goal per game this season.
the way he played this year is so much different than last year. He's like a different player, right? We saw the Martinez show. We saw what he did last year. We saw what he's done. To see our guy pull it off against him and that dominant performance that he had is insanity. It is insanity. So, you know, they're probably both going to be in the league next year and dueling. And it's going to be a beautiful thing because there's a mutual respect there. And I look at Vela and I said, you know, people like to throw judgment on the guy. I'm going to place my judgment ultimately on the way the other players react to him. And with our team, it's been pure love that I've seen off camera as well. And then I heard comments from Nick Raimondo, Timmy Howard, competitors, Josef Martinez, and it's this respect that they all talk about, that he gets it. As Raimondo said, he gets it.
Yep.
That tells me something right there. That's enough to know. That his heart's in the right place, his head's in the right place. He's happy we're here with his family, and he's going to do everything he possibly can to win this cup.
Yeah.
And next year, he's going to go for the Champions League.
Yeah.
It's in his head now. There's no doubt.
Yeah, man, good stuff. And I actually wanted to share a story. I didn't put it in our notes, Joseph, but do you remember Mr. Roberto Espinosa came to us right before the game started? We were standing right by a little stand there to the left of the north end. What did he say to us? He's like, "Hey guys," he said hi to us first of all, and then he said, "Hey, I have to buy a hat." And we're like, "Why?" Do you remember that?
Oh, yes, because he said he needed to throw it on the field for a hat trick.
Yeah.
Or he had to toss it for a hat trick.
He said, I hear that if you purchase a hat, it's calling for a hat trick.
Yes.
He called it,
dude,
like an hour before the game.
He did.
So, Mr. Roberto Espinosa, shout out, sir, because we were there when you bought that hat, and guess what? Now you gotta buy a hat every single game.
It's on you, sir.
What have you done? What have you done? No, but that was amazing. And I was thinking about it the entire time after that third goal went in. I was like, what is going on right now? What in the world?
It's so early. And so early into the game.
So early into the game as well. Yeah. Dude, kudos also to them. I mean, they got one past us, and like you said, it's Kai Kamara. But
they're playing for their lives. I mean, really.
You would expect that at least one goal was going to go in, right?
Yeah, I didn't expect a shutout against them because they've been flying leading up to this game.
Yeah.
I think the weather at hand, I'd expect something to go a little bit off, you know. And it happened, and it wasn't like it was a cheap goal. It was quality. So, you know, kudos to him. He's one of those guys where if he ever became available, I don't think we would hesitate. We'd go after him because he just has ways of scoring it when you don't expect it.
I mean, he's played for every single team except for ours.
Yeah, might as well wear black and gold, right?
I feel like at this point, FC Cincinnati needs him more than we do, but that's just, FC Cincinnati is an entire new team.
Yeah, they need another expansion like draft. So
congratulations, by the way, to FC Cincinnati, who has now officially he's officially the 2019 champions of the Wooden Spoon. They will be receiving that very, very soon. For those of you that don't know what the Wooden Spoon is, I believe it's the ISC actually decided that the last place of the entire league should be awarded what they call the Wooden Spoon.
Yep.
And so there's been very few clubs, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years in a row. The Chicago Fire, it's only been around for like 5 years. Chicago Fire has won it the first 2 years. They turned it around, so that's good. The following year after that, I feel like was maybe 2017, was a certain team called Carson.
Carson, yeah.
And then there was the Earthquakes 2018, and this year the FC Cincinnati. So congratulations
on being the worst team in the history of the league, scoring less goals than Carlos Vela as a team. That's real.
Yeah, that's an actual stat.
That really did happen.
That did happen.
They have less goals than games played.
Yeah. Something.
What the hell, man? They should be. They're a walking, talking argument for relegation.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It just adds us. It's kind of a bummer because it just adds to a talking point for Carson. They get to say, we have 5 cups, you don't. We have Wooden Spoon, you don't. So it's just something else that we don't have. But I'm happy that we don't have that. Let's jump into something else that just I kind of want to just throw it out there and say congratulations to just a wonderful, wonderful careers to Nick Raimondo, to Michael Parkhurst, also calling it quits, DeMarcus Beasley, Tim Howard, and just announced, I'm sorry, Joseph, we're going to have a pint on his, on his behalf, Mr. Bastian Schweinsteiger calling it quits as well.
Why, Basti? Why?
I know. Why couldn't you come play over here?
It's all right. Dude. He doesn't have to say anything. He doesn't have to do anything. He just did what he did, and
yes,
it's trippy seeing him as a center back to close out his career. But that's pretty much what he turned into at the end of it all. But
Schweinsteiger,
yeah.
We will miss you, man. What a
career.
What a career. What a great player. Man. All 5 of them are going to be missed. Am I missing somebody? Because I feel like this is the season where everybody's retiring.
There's more, but these are kind of the most notable ones. I mean, Raimondo's 40?
Yep.
Howard's there. Parkhurst is still playing, right?
He's still playing because they're in the playoffs, yes.
Yeah, so he's only Beasley's done, right?
Nick is also playing.
So
Nick is playing, Parkhurst is playing. Everybody else.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. I gotta say for Beasley though, I don't think he got enough recognition on these last few days. I think it's kind of sad that it isn't being pushed as much as say Howard and Raimondo because of what he's done in his career, especially with the national team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, from the youth national team, when him and Donovan were ripping it up as youth national players, and his career, and he took it to Mexico, and the guy's been everywhere, done everything, but he's been in the shadow, right, of other players, it seems. But dude, amazing career from DeMarcus Beasley. Always exciting, always amazing, always a leader. Sad to see that he's calling it quits, but at the same time satisfied with what he's done with his career. No doubt about it. All of these guys, they deserve all the kudos they get.
Absolutely. So thank you for your hard work and being a part of this league, because we still need it. We still need the help from those recognizable names, and some of these are just legends, not just within MLS, like Nick Raimondo. I mean, majority, of his time here, but also with the national team. And then people like DeMarcus Beasley, like you said, and Tim Howard in being a part of Manchester United, Bastian Schweinsteiger, and his career with
Winning everything.
the glorious German team that is Bayern Munich. So, I mean, yeah. So thank you for that. And then also wanted to mention, you were mentioning Zimmerman did get hurt. He's not going to be joining the U.S. men's national team due to the injury, but Chiqui Palacios is going to his national team, reporting to his national team. Brian Rodriguez, Fito Celaya, Mark Anthony Kay, all called in. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people called in. 4 of them are actually going to go. And
yeah,
good stuff.
And they need the play time. We have a long break, so might as well get in there and do. And these are actually competitive matches. These count for something, so that's fine. They're legit. So
Yes.
not some random practice game. I know it's Nations League. It's a scourge. I agree, but it's still a competition.
Absolutely.
So good to them. Congrats to them. They've all earned their place. Can't wait to see him come back. Can't wait to see him in the playoffs. But yeah, it seems like Brian always steps it up with his national team anyways. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's always fun to watch him play for Uruguay. It's just cool. You know where his trajectory is, and it's good. It's good things.
Yeah, so as soon as we hear anything about Walker Zimmerman, we'll let you know. But you also mentioned, coming back. Talking about coming back.
Yeah.
Forward Adama Diomande, who last month voluntarily placed himself in the MLS Substance Abuse and Behavioral Health Program with a personal issue, he was at Sunday's game. And he has returned to training as well. But he has not yet been cleared for competition as far as we know. He was at the, we saw him they're taking the team photo there.
Next to Bob.
Next to Bob, which is,
symbolic as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So that's called support, people. I mean, he's played for Bob many times. So yeah, I don't think there's any question. It looks like he's back, guys. I wouldn't say otherwise.
Yeah.
If you're training, you're training. Part of the program is you're not supposed to train either, and he's training, so you tell me. I think he's back. Our concern right now, injury-wise, the biggest, of course, is Walker. And I think he'll be back, man.
Yeah, that was scary, though, man. That was scary.
Dude, so much blood. I was right there.
Oh,
and
don't say that. We don't want to hear that.
Dude, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad. But yeah, he got up and walked off the field, and that means something.
Oh, somebody actually, Abel Saldana, thank you for that comment, because he just reminded me, Brian, what's his last name? Hernandez from Portland. He also checked in to Saab. So
for a very different reason, though.
Okay, but apparently it's also not a, like substance abuse related thing. It's more of a personal thing as well.
I think it's preventative.
Preventative. Okay, well.
He has a rough history with substance abuse. From past years. He had been past it, but he voluntarily placed him in there because it sounded like he thought he was heading that path again. And so he took it upon himself to get taken care of and get in the program. From what I'm also hearing, his season is actually over.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's a bummer.
I hope he'll be well. I hope he recovers and we see him back next season.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's health, that's ultimately it. That's your life, And, yeah, all the best to him. Again, hoping for a speedy recovery. He's an absolute highlight on this league, an amazing player. Nothing but the best for him and his family, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Brian Fernandez. I don't know why I said Hernandez, but it's Fernandez. So, all right. That's it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bummer. Like, how else can we react? But when, I just proud of the fact that these guys are taking it upon themselves to say, look, there's a problem. I have a problem, and I need some help, and I need some time off, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take this time off. And the fact that the league actually has this program is also kind of telling that, hey, they actually do care sometimes about the play. Sometimes they care about these players.
Yeah, at times. I mean, this is, I believe, a part of the collective bargaining agreement anyway. So the union, the reason you get things like this is because there's a union, right?
Yeah.
And they fight for it. And it's the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do. And again, Adama Diomande did the right thing, right? And was able to get this, and we'll see him back, and we're going to welcome him with open arms when he is back. I think it's a huge celebration when he makes it back onto the field.
Absolutely. Let's keep it going. I've just realized we are running out of time here. But one thing somebody mentioned in the chat room, and thank you, Poison John. It was great to meet you. It's great to meet all of you guys, by the way. A lot of you came in and said, hey, I'm in the chat room and I talked to you guys. And yes, it was awesome to meet all of you, have some conversations with some of you. We love that you guys, take the time to stop us and say hi. We appreciate very much that you give us your ears for us to put our voices into. And we are going to be talking about the academy here near the end of the show. I do have all of that in my notes. And October 5th, the LAFC Academy had the Academy Classico, you could say, 4 games. We'll tell you all about that in just a sec. So stay tuned on that. I wanted to say congratulations to the front office. They won the Front Office of the Year award from the ISC. You want to tell the people, Joseph, what the ISC is and how much this actually means?
That's basically the supporters union for American supporter groups, right? Independent Supporter Council, which I'm actually a delegate representing Black Army. So I'm a part of that as well. So I get to vote on things. Basically, at their last general meeting, which is a long time ago earlier this year, I should say, it was voted all the way back then by the ISC. By the other groups. Now, you got to realize that those who are voting are the other team's supporters, and they voted for our front office for all the stuff that we did in season 1, mostly, and what we see now. But the vote happened a long time ago. It was based off of our first year, and the work that we did with them and they did with us, and the trust that we've all built. You see it every day. You don't have a North End the way we have it without synergy, without the relationships that we've built, without the amazing people like Rich Orozco, okay, and Pat,
the
Larrys.
I want to see if we can go one episode without saying Rich Orozco's name.
It's impossible. It's impossible. Tom Penn, the entire ownership group. Again, there's a special relationship there. You guys saw it with the Supporter Shield celebrations. That's not normal, right? What we do is not normal. Ever. We were changing the game, we're breaking the mold, and it was honored by the ISC. Well earned. Again, I've never worked with any club that's been like this club. There's no walls. Like, I can call any of these guys anytime, and it's not just because I was president. It's once you're in that leadership and supporter family, they're there, guys. They're there. Yeah. They're asking you questions about your family. They know who you are. They are invested, so it's special. It's not some random intern coming and going here. No, they care. They do care, and so we're in a great spot. It's only going to get stronger. We're only going to get stronger. It's only going to get better. Enjoy this ride, because they're not going to say that this is it after this year. We're just going to get stronger, because then it's Champions League.
Yeah. So
they're invested. Yep.
I say we jump into some voicemails because again, I think we're running out of time, so we need to get through these here. I don't know. I mean, should we? What do you think?
Let's go. Let's do it. We got some celebrating to do, right?
Yeah, we do. All right, so let's get into this voicemail stuff. We have about 4, and guess what? Everybody kept it to a good time. So thank you, everybody, for doing that. Really appreciate you all listening to what I have to say. I'm actually going to change my voicemail and say 1 minute only, or I'm not going to play you. No, I wouldn't do that. Okay, so the first one's going to be actually LAFC Punk. Call us up. This is what. By the way, great to see you. And I think he mentions it in the voicemail. So here we go.
He gave us a song too. That helps in the
Yo, hey
victory.
guys, it's Jason, LAC Punk. Different voicemails and reading than I normally get, so hopefully this is the right number. I just saw your guys' tweet. You guys are doing a podcast tonight, so I will be watching. Just wanted to say it was awesome bumping into you guys on Sunday, and my daughter had a great time. She wants to go again. For the playoffs. Thought we're as good as tournament. I hope he's okay. We're going to need him, but I thought Blackman looked amazing. So if we don't have Donovan, we have some pretty good defense on the bench, so I'm not too worried about that too much. Even though we haven't beaten Carson, I want Carson. I do think it'll be tough for them playing in Minnesota. It's going to be cold. Those Minnesota fans they're loud. They were probably our biggest opposition we had this year on the road. But don't want to go too long. We know you always say 1 minute. You guys keep up good work. It's been a great season. We'll be watching tonight. Driving home right now. So, you guys.
Thank you, Jason. Don't be driving and calling us, dude. Stop.
Well,
Pull
if he's
over.
got hands free,
okay. I guess so.
I
Yeah,
get it.
that's
I
fine.
get it.
Yeah,
It's a modern world. That's probably what's going on there.
Yeah.
I'll just assume that.
oh my God, his daughter is the cutest. It was so
Oh my
nice to
gosh.
like meet you in person. First of all, I hadn't actually met you in person. I know you'd met Joseph, but then also meeting your baby girl. What a cute little baby. She was all done up in black and gold and just like super excited, jumping up and down. So that's good parenting right there.
The
That is
LAFC
good
family,
parenting. Oh yeah.
without a doubt. I love what he's brought up regarding wanting Carson and all that, and bringing up the Minnesota thing. I have to say something though. When teams start talking about field conditions 2 weeks before a game even happens, it reminds me of a certain team that didn't qualify for the World Cup, complaining about field conditions before playing a match.
Yeah.
That's a loser's mindset, and their writers seem to be already writing about that. So, good. Keep it up. Keep focusing on those field conditions, and we'll see where you go.
All right. Yeah, good point. All right, next one is from LAFC Eddie. This is what he had to say.
Hey, Jerry, my bad, man. It was me, LLC Eddie. It was me who put on the comment that your name was Jeremy. I didn't mean to do that.
He
My
called me
bad. I
Jeremy
wasn't
by
trying not to
accident.
be rude. But yeah, man, I'm really excited about the game. Really excited for the playoffs. It's going to be a good run. We'll see what happens. But definitely was happy about Blackman definitely making 2 assists. It's definitely looking good for the playoffs. Hopefully, we keep it strong. I think we will. Bob the Builder has something planned. We'll get it going. Just want to give you guys a shout out. You guys are doing an amazing job. We'll see you out there.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Eddie. You're good, man. I
Dude,
get called
nothing but
Jeremy all
love,
the
man.
time. I
Thank
get called
you.
Jeremy all the time. That's funny. My bad. He said, "You're good, dude. Don't worry about it." But hey,
I've been called a lot worse. It's fine.
did you? Yeah. Did you notice? Did you notice the 2 voicemails, 2 Tristan Blackman shout-outs? Like the kid is like people are
It's a
noticing.
revelation.
Noticing.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ox didn't leave a voicemail. Sorry, everybody, to disappoint. I see everybody's asking.
He's on the chat right now.
He is. He's on the chat right now. But Jerry said, don't leave any voicemails anymore. He doesn't want any long voicemails. Correct. That would be correct. So we're gonna keep it going.
We only want him from Papa Ox now.
Yes. Tell Papa Ox to call. All right. Okay. This one is from Jimmy and Nacho. I like this one. This one's really short, so pay attention. Okay. Here we go.
Hey, Jerry and Joseph, this is Jimmy and Nacho from Burbank. We just left the game, and we had one thing to say. Ibra, who?
Exactly. Ibra who? Good job. Thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, Jimmy and
Yahoo
Nacho.
commercial.
That was awesome. And guess what?
That's awesome.
We got a surprise last minute one that came in. And I don't know why I got all giddy when I saw it come through, because I was like,
It might require a theme song ahead of time. I'm just saying.
It might require a theme song. I don't.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'm not ready. I wasn't. You're throwing that at me.
I'm messing with you.
Wait, what button do I push, Joseph? Let's go. This one is this is gonna be the last voicemail that we got, but from a very special person by the name of Mr. Jimmy Lopez, president of the 3252. This is what he said.
Good evening, fine-looking gentlemen. This is Jimmy. I'd like to tell you, great job this season. Keep up the great work. Stay cute. Stay classy. We want the cup.
Jimmy, thank you for that, man. That was awesome.
Which one's the cute one and which one's the classy one? I just want to know.
I'm both. Sorry, Joseph.
There it is. There it is.
Listen, dude, I'm gonna take. You walked in with the shield, all right, and I got.
That was not planned.
And I got sprayed with beer all over. I will take.
I did too, man. I enjoyed the beer spray. I don't care. That means we've done something.
The people that are around me, by the way, I was like, snubbed. That's messed up. Did you see that? He didn't even tell me. I was throwing you under the bus. I was like, this guy always, man, he's so cool.
What?
I wish I was cool like Joseph.
What?
No, nothing. I was just joking around.
No, honestly, I didn't.
That was
I didn't
great.
know.
That was cool. And
I didn't know.
Two of the most deserving people, by the way, because shout out to Myra.
Okay, so I'm just going to say this about Myra, and I'll say it a million times. There is no 3252. There is no massive North End without the work that Myra has put in.
I agree.
Guaranteed you that. She's pretty much held everyone's hat in every position. She's done the work of a president. She's done the work of a vice president. She is the treasurer. The money flows. The money's right. The pot is right because of Myra. Guys, you have no idea. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And, of course, the greatest family in the North End, right? Like,
yep, pretty much.
Stevenson family is, yeah. Love you, Monty. I love you, Ezra. You guys are all amazing.
Yeah, I got to hang out with Ezra a little bit after the game, actually in Myra. And it was cool because I was like, oh, man, I miss my kid so much right now because they're right around the same age. And cool story, actually. Out of nowhere, we're like hanging in front of where the fields are, and Latif Blessing comes around the corner and just sits, and he's gonna eat his dinner, right there, like just normal. And Ezra goes, oh! And like automatically knows the players. He knows that's Latif Blessing. And I was like, dude, let's go high five him, just high five. And Myra's like, oh, don't bother him. And then there's people that are like, oh, should we like even say something? And I was like, it's Ezra. Like, let's go say hi. And so I was like, go say hi. So I brought him over, and he just high-fived him, walked away, and was like, dude, he was so happy. But, like, that boy is, he's a living 3252 legend. He's going to be for many, many years to come. I can't wait to see him as a capo already. I feel like he already can do it.
He's going to be a capo sometimes, a drummer sometimes. He's going to have it all figured out.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Cool. Well, thank you everybody for your voicemails, man. That was awesome. That was good stuff, and it's gonna do it for our voicemails today. But not for what we have to go over. We still have some stuff to talk about.
We got some more fun stuff. Yeah.
This was supposed to be a quick one, by the way, because Joseph and I are sick, but
we're dragging. We're still making it happen.
We love you guys so much, so this is what we do. All right. So. Where should we go with this?
The future.
LAFC Academy on October 5th, which was Saturday. 4 games. By the way, in case you weren't aware, we now have 4 teams in the Youth Academy. Remember, we started with 1, and now we're up to 4. So we have the U13, the U14, the U15, and the U16/17. And let's go over some of these games, man. So they played in Carson. Field 5, the U13 took on the LA Galaxy U13 and beat them 4-1. Not a bad
thing.
Scoreline there. The U14, same thing. LAFC won 2-1 for the U14, and then the U15 took on the Galaxy as well, beat them 5-0. And then the U16-17 lost 4-1. But 3 out of 4 games. Not bad.
Pretty amazing. I think we pretty much swept them the last time out.
Pretty much. It's a very telling of what our academy is accomplishing. Keep in mind, the Galaxy Academy has been around much, much longer. This program has been around for a long, long time.
And it's two academies combined. Let's be real.
Yeah.
With staff from both of those academies.
Exactly. So, it's really cool to see these kids, regardless of what the scoreline is, and just see the growth of Los Angeles youth soccer. The youth academies are just doing some really, really cool stuff. And, they don't post about the scorelines because the scorelines really don't matter. Sometimes for us, it's fun to talk about them. But the main thing that I want you guys to get out of this is that don't forget we have academies, and let's support our boys, regardless of the age, and the field that they're playing on. Because that is our future. These kids right here are the future. So
if you ever get a chance to watch them go play, go do it. It's what Todd Saldana is doing. It's amazing to see.
Yeah.
So these kids, some will make it up. It looks legit. Yes, I have to understand where these kids are coming from. These aren't like rich academy kids or rich club kids. These are kids. Many of them simply tried out. They're not paying to play, guys. Like they're in there for what they're developing and what they're doing. It's all in the right place. Their heads are in the right place. Coaching staff is looking out for their kids. It's all good things. Go support them. When they play home games, they play over at Cal State LA. So it's very much an option to go and see them play. Yeah. So do it when you get the chance. It's a great thing to see.
Go.
Yeah.
Go support them.
Go. Keep doing it.
And with that being said, also just kind of moving back into LAFC's main team. We do have a bye week during the round 1 of the 2019 MLS Cup playoffs. We're going to be hosting the winner of the Minnesota United and Galaxy game in the Western Conference semifinals on Thursday, October 24th. So mark your calendars. If you can't make it, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time kickoff. ESPN and ESPN Deportes will be showing that. So, again, October 24th. Okay? Be there or don't be there, but make sure you watch it and support our boys. The price for the tickets are kind of pricey, man. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it. Very unlikely. But just to kind of give you guys an idea on what you should be taking a look at. By the way, playoffs start in 10 days, in 10 hours, 50 minutes. As I'm reading this, there's a countdown on the MLS website. So pretty cool stuff. But Saturday,
I believe
October,
the first round's the 19th and the 20th, right?
The 20th. Well, the one that is going to affect us the most is going to be the 20th.
Yeah.
But yes, the 19th and 20th, Saturday and Sunday, October 20th. Number 4, Minnesota United FC versus number 5, LA Galaxy. 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, which would make it 5:30?
Yep.
So 5:30 p.m. on a Sunday. They're going to be playing in Allianz Field, St. Paul, Minnesota.
They just resodded their field right after we played, right?
Yeah,
so
good.
But they're playing a football game just a few days before that game on that field.
Yep.
Weird, but it is what it is. Gonna be frigid, October in Minnesota. It's gonna be worth watching, no doubt about it. I'm hearing rumblings about something on the 20th, so keep your schedules clear, people. Can't say more than that, but keep your schedule clear.
I hate when you do that to us.
I'm not gonna tip anybody's hat or anything like that, but I'll keep my schedule clear on the 20th. 24th we play, and then if we get through that, I believe it's the 29th would be the round after that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then MLS Cup is on the 10th.
Cool.
So if y'all trying to figure out your work schedules just in case, it's probably a good time to put in your PTO if you can.
Mm-hmm. Now's the time to do it.
Yeah, now is the time, people. Your 2 weeks is due Thursday, right? For PTO on the 24th.
Yeah. So you need to hurry up and do that now.
Yeah, tickets will sell.
That's funny.
They'll sell quickly. All right? Looking out for you guys.
Yeah.
I took my half day. I'll be there. this is crazy that it's so short, this playoff series. One game, one and done, or one and through. And 3 short games to be a champion. Like,
let's do it.
Yeah, it should be priced that much for how short the playoff series are, right?
Yeah.
One match.
Yeah. So, yeah, be ready. It's going to be fun. Also, if you didn't get one of these patches that I'm showing you guys right now on YouTube, you're missing out. These are great. Some people were saying, "Oh, they're so tiny," but if you really look at them, it's like perfect for your jersey.
They're iron-ons. So it's a lot. It reminds me a lot of
I
like.
don't know what it's good. Yes,
like
exactly.
these guys.
The ones that are on the bottom of the
home kit.
the home kit has it. The away kit has it too. You're wearing the away kit, right?
I'm wearing the away kit, but the home kit, like the away kit is like a 3D one. The home kit is a little more smooth. So it's a lot like that one. Yeah, no, guys, and from what I heard is if you take it to the HQ, they'll actually apply it for you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what they were saying at the last match. I'm pretty sure they'll still do that and honor that since it's an iron-on anyway. So, yeah, it's good stuff. I'm not sure how to place it or where I want to place it. I'll wait and see. But it's definitely going to go on the black jersey since that one's getting changed out next year. So very much year specific.
Cool, I like it. And hopefully the next. Actually, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I was gonna say something about a star in the next jersey, and I'm gonna keep that to myself because I don't want to jinx anything. So, is that it, man? Did we?
I don't want to talk about stars.
No, don't talk about stars.
Yeah.
But is that it? Like, do we have anything else that we need to cover? Because I think that would.
Just get well soon, Walker. I think that's the big one.
Yep.
Get well soon to Cassie Riddler. Okay.
Yes.
She kind of had a really big scare medically this week. So we're hoping for the speedy recovery. She was at the game. What a trooper. Making the road to quick recovery. And I think we all expect her to be having an amazing weekend this weekend. So, yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's going to be a good weekend, man. I get to see you again, which I'm excited for.
I know,
No game,
man.
but I get to see you. Yes. Okay. All right. That's going to do it for us. Episode 113. Thank you for everybody's voicemails. Thank you for, stopping us, saying hi at the game. We really appreciate it, and we don't deserve attention whatsoever, but we are always happy to talk, some LAFC, some black and gold, and it's been a fun time, man. It's been a good time this season, and it's not over yet. So
No.
with that being said, I'm gonna say for Jimmy Lopez as well because he called in. So and he's gonna help me out with this this outro. This is a new one.
El Presidente.
El Presidente, for Mr. Jimmy Lopez, for Mr. Joseph Sacker. My name is Jerry Jimenez, and you have been listening to the Heart of LAFC podcast.
Stay cute, stay classy,
and stay golden.
Thank you for listening to the Heart of LAFC. Make sure to leave us a rating and review on iTunes or Stitcher. Shoulder to shoulder, the black and gold is taking over.